A new season, new equipment, new faces and a new venue as the WingFoil World Cup Series arrives in Africa for the first time. Dakhla, Morocco, where the desert meets the Atlantic Ocean and the strong, consistent breeze will power these boards up to 70 kilometers per hour. That's why this area has long been a destination for water sports fans. Hello from me, Alec Wilkinson, in Dakhla, where 43 athletes from 14 countries make up the field. 10 women and 33 men battling it out for world ranking points and a share of the €15,000 prize pot. 4 local athletes are flying the flag for Morocco and gaining some top-class experience and exposure. But the focus going into the event was on 3-time champion Mathis Guillot of France, who's chasing his 4th successive title in a row.
We are seeing a lot of new faces here on the tour, a lot of youngsters coming also, so that is a great thing for the sport. We always see almost the same faces in the top 10, and I'm looking forward to racing here in Dakhla to be able to say who worked the hardest during the winter, who worked also a lot on the equipment to improve it. And I think that it's a little hard to say right now. I can estimate who will be on the top 5. I think we will have Francesco, who is on fire here in Dakhla. He was really fast on the trainings we have made together. There is also Camille, who has been pushing a lot in the end of last season. And obviously, all my French teammates with whom I was racing and training a lot during this winter.
With last year's champion Nia Suardiaz of Spain missing from this event, the favourite in the women's fleet is Italy's 18-year-old prodigy Maddalena Spanu, who won silver last year.
In this season, I am looking most to Spanish girl Nia Suardiaz. She's not competing right now in this race, but she's very strong, very fast. And also the other girls are improving and are very good. So let's see what's happening in this season.
The event got underway with a 14-kilometre long-distance race in light conditions, with men and women competing on the same course. There was plenty of drama before it even started, when Romain Guillot fell during warm-up. Despite the mishap, Romain finished 11th in the fleet of 30 riders. Kamil Manofiecki came out of the blocks fighting. The Pole, who last season just missed out to Guillot for the series title, won the race ahead of France's Julien Ratotti. Maddalena Spanu set the tone for the rest of the event with a dominant victory in the women's race. It was an ominous warning to her challengers. Behind her, a dramatic fight was unfolding for second place. Greek youngster Emilia Costi, sitting second, collided with a mark and saw Spain's Izet Segura speed past her to claim second place. There are plenty of new faces on the circuit this season, like France's Anaïs May Desjardins, who's made the switch from a successful career in kite foiling.
I've chosen WingFoil because it looks so much fun and it's really similar to kiting. So we basically use the same foils, so I don't really need to learn anything else about the board. I would just need to learn how to use the wing.
After a break due to light winds, racing returned on day 3, with 8 short-track races in good breeze, averaging 22 knots. The men were split into 2 fleets. Defending champion Mathis Guillot won the day's first race and went on to dominate his fleet with 8 wins from 8 races to move top of the overall standings. Kamil Manofiecki also showed great form, winning 4 races and totalling 8 podium places. The Pole's strong performance put him second overall, just ahead of Italy's Francesco Capuzzo. In the women's races, Spanu was frighteningly efficient, dispatching her opponents mercilessly. She led the first of the short-track races from the start and finished way ahead of the chasing pack, although Greece's Emilia Costi and Anaïs May Desjardins were in a constant battle for second place. There were fantastic conditions for a crucial 4th day of action to decide the top 9 male riders who would qualify for the medal series. The man under most pressure was Julien Ratotti of France. Sitting in that crucial 9th place overall meant a bad day would see him miss the cut. It was a frustrating morning session for Mathis Guillot, who kept being beaten into second by his closest rivals. Francesco Capuzzo beat him twice with a couple of great overtaking manoeuvres. This one really got the Italians' fans going. Impressive speed from the Sicilian. Spanu continued to dominate the women's competition. Behind her, second and third place also looked strong, with Emilia Costa of Greece looking comfortable, ahead of Anaïs May Desjardins in third. As for Ratotti, he just managed to hang on to finish the day 9th overall and make the cut to the men's medal series. Definitely the most relieved man in the fleet.
The WingFoil classes are thrilled to have been awarded clean class status, because it is a reward to our commitment to sustainability, and it helps us bring the message to all the countries that are hosting our events. And we're going all over the world with a lot of events every year. Apart from promoting environmentally friendly practices within the events, like not using single-use plastic and using renewable sources of energy, we are striving to bring knowledge and inclusivity to the local communities. We're a new Dakhla Spirit camp in Morocco. We have been working with a local organizer since the middle of last year, and the place has been completely rebuilt. We have worked with them to use completely natural materials for building the location, but also for the execution of the event. We are using completely environmentally friendly materials, resources for all the infrastructure. We are looking into giving the message of sustainability, all forms of sustainability, in every location that we visit. We have several repeated locations this year, and we really look forward to see how far we have managed to come.
The wind in Dakhla just kept giving, and finals day saw the medal series raced in conditions pushing 30 knots. New Zealander Jeremiah McDonald won the golden ticket race to claim the 10th and last spot in the medal series. And this is how it works. The first two finishers in the repechage go through to the quarter-final. Then first and second go through to the semi, and the top two in that race go through to the final, where they meet the two riders who finished top in qualifying. Golden Boy McDonald proved he deserved his ticket to ride by winning the repechage just ahead of Ratotti, the two going through to the quarter-final. But McDonald's luck ran out in the quarter-final. First he hit something in the water, forcing him to push hard to catch up, and then splashed down again whilst jibing around the leeward mark. At the front, Italy's Nico Spanu crossed the line first, and remember Ratotti, who scraped through qualifying? Well, he came second, and suddenly he was in the semis. Spanu was on fire now, and once he got ahead in the semi-final, no one could catch him. Behind him, though, there was a real fight between that man Ratotti and Francesco Capuzzo. And yes, it was the Frenchman who just crossed the line ahead to go into the final. As top qualifier, Mathis Guillot went into the final with 2 points already on the board, so just one victory would be enough to claim the title in Dakhla. Poland's Kamil Manowiecki qualified second, so has 1 point on the board going into the final. He needs 2 wins to win the event. Spanu and Ratotti, who started with no points and therefore need 3 wins, not surprisingly chose to split off the start line in the hope that the leading pair would take each other out. And indeed, disaster struck Guillot on leg 3 when he crashed into the water under pressure from Manowiecki. The Pole held on for victory. The final was all square. Final 2, and again the fleet split. Guillot had altered his foil rake, but would it make a difference? Again, we had a match race between the 2 leading riders. At Mark 1, Guillot led, a position he would hold to the end. Manowiecki pushed him all the way, but it was Guillot who took the race and the event title. The women's final featured the top 4 riders from qualifying. Maddalena Spanu was top qualifier and was kept close by the other 3 riders, Emilia Costi of Greece, Spain's Izet Segura and Anaïs May Desjardins of France. By the final turn to the finish, Spanu was uncatchable. Behind her, Costi was closing in on Desjardins to take silver. So an excellent start for our defending champion Matis Guillot, but he was pushed all the way by Kamil Manowiecki, who finished second overall.
Let's go!
Exactly how the season ended last year. Bring Capuzzo, Spanu and half a dozen other riders into the mix and we have a mouth-watering season ahead. Maddalena Spanu won every race in the women's competition. Last year's World Cup champion Nia Suardias was missing in Dakhla, but is expected to make a return to the circuit later in the season. That will make for a terrific rivalry between the two. Look out also for some great emerging talent. Emilia Costi of Greece, who looked so strong in second. And Anaïs May Desjardins will only get stronger. Dakhla, the first stop of the World Cup series, has set us up for an intriguing season ahead. It smiles all round at the prize giving, but there's no doubt the performances from our event winners, Matis Guillot and Maddalena Spanu, are an ominous warning to the rest of the fleet. The World Cup series moves on to Switzerland next, but for now, from me, Alec Wilkinson, it's goodbye.